Welcome to this week's Coffee Talk. Today I'm talking about money. But first, get your coffee ready. Money. Where should I start with money? I think when we grow up with certain values. And in my childhood, I grew up with the attitude that we only have money for the upcoming month. So basically, my parents were struggling to get enough money each month. And for me, it was totally normal that as soon as you have money, as soon as you receive some money, you can buy stuff. I was always struggling to save money. As soon as I received money, I usually spent it on stupid, silly stuff I didn't really need. And that stuff that I bought also didn't last very long. So I didn't focus on high quality rather than buying low quality stuff that I had to replace more often. For example, I bought a cheap t-shirt and it was totally worn out after 1 month, and I had to buy the next t-shirt in the next month. And I wasn't really super stoked about these t-shirts. So in summary, I bought a lot of t-shirts and they didn't really last long. And now I focus on high quality instead of quantity. Back then I didn't really think twice before buying something. If I wanted to have something, I bought it. As soon as I had money, I spent it. During my bachelor degree, it actually got so bad that I was in debt for thousands of euros. I was struggling to pay my monthly rent, and that was my wake-up call. I realized I have to change something. I started talking with a really good friend of mine, and he was always into money, and he had a different mindset to it. He opened my mind. He recommended me a lot of books that totally redefined my attitude to money and how money works in the world. I started to love money and see the good side of money. I really was actively working to improve my mindset, to change my mindset with certain techniques like affirmations. Affirmations are probably the best tool to work on your personality, because you're constantly talking to yourself. And if you're talking to yourself with good sentences and good intentions, you can change yourself. So if you think you hate money, you will always hate it and it will never come to you. But turn it around, think positive and say, I love money. Money is a good thing. I'm rich. I have so much money that I can't even spend all of it. Instead of, I don't need money. I hate money. Money is something bad. Think positive concerning money and it will come back to you. Still so hot. I was not only working on the mindset concerning money, but I was also working my fucking ass off to get out of my debts. If I look back, that was probably the most influential summer I was spending on working, only working. I had two choices. On the one hand, I could go to a surf camp, don't earn anything, but probably have the time of my life, but my debts, they wouldn't vanish. On the other hand, I could take a waiter job close to a lake and earn a decent amount of money, but I have to work my ass off. Yeah. What do you think I chose? This one. I chose to earn heaps of money, and actually in those 3 months I totally changed my attitude. I didn't spend a euro on anything that I don't really need. I didn't drive in the city with my car. I chose to use the bicycle instead to save money for fuel. And I did a second waiter job to earn even more money, and I still got all the support payments from the government because I was a student. And after 3 months, I almost earned 10,000 euros. I paid my debts and I started to divide my money in different accounts. First, I have a general bank account. There's all the money that I need for the daily life and for all the expenses that occur every month, like rent, food, and that's basically it, yeah. And I opened up some spaces so I can shift my money in my bank account. One is for luxury goods, another one is for investments, and another one is for savings. So in total, I have 4 bank accounts now. As soon as I have a regular income again, because right now it's pretty hard, I basically have all my money in my general account at the moment and the rest of it on my savings account. And I transfer them as soon as I need something from my savings. During my studies, when I had a reoccurring income, I divided it as the following. Okay, I had my income of, let's assume it was 1,000 euros. 60% of that went straight onto my general bank account that I need for my daily life. So €600 were on that every month. 20% of it, so $200 went on my savings account, 10% on my luxury, and the other 10% on investment. Later on, I shifted the percentage, but I wanted to have about 4 times of my monthly income on my savings account. That's why I started off with 20% going straight onto my savings account. And after these 3 months of working my ass off, I also started investing in shares. Of course, before I bought some shares, made sure to get enough information, to know enough about it, to not make anything wrong. And at first it was really risky for me, or I was really tense, I was looking up my shares, my money every day. But after time you forget about it, and right now I look there maybe once a week. I'm sure my money is safe on that account, and I'm happy to always have a backup like this. My shares were worth about 3,000 euros, and right now it's about 4,300, so I already made some. So it's not that bad if your money grows and you don't have to do anything. That's really nice, so that's why I like shares. The money distribution worked pretty well when I was studying, and then in Australia I screwed it. I screwed up pretty badly. I returned with 20 euros on my bank account because I spent all of it to just enjoy life to the fullest. But at the same time, I knew as soon as I get back to Austria, I have a job waiting for me. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have done it that way. But I learned from that situation again. I don't want to get back to that specific situation where I have to ask my parents for money again with the age of 27. But yeah, it's a process. Right now I got back on track. I saved a lot of money and now I know how to use it for traveling. That was also a different world for spending money for me. Nowadays, I always think twice when I spend money on stuff. Do I really need it? Can I afford it now? Sleep a few nights, think about it. Don't act just out of the moment, out of your emotions. Take a step back, ask yourself, question yourself, do you really need this right now? And if the answer is yes, then go for it. But be honest to yourself. Don't lie to yourself just because you wanted to have it now. And now I love spending money on high quality stuff. I'm an Apple lover. I love Apple products. I have my Apple Watch. I got a new iPhone XS and I love my MacBook Pro. They just work so fine and I have them for years now. So my MacBook works for 2 years, constantly working. And every time I'm using it, every time, every day I open my MacBook, I love it. The same with the iPhone. Every time I have it in my hand, it's pure joy. I love this product. And it's worth that much money spending for me on these gadgets. Maybe you're not the same Apple lover like me, but I think you get the idea of spending money on high quality products instead of low quality products that don't make you happy. I know it might be more expensive, but in the long term, it's more fulfilling for you. And right now, I'm spending a lot of money on DAILYMAX. You know, I invested in this microphone, I invested in a nice tripod, but investing should always result in the possibility of earning more money out of it. I know it's a risk that I'm taking, but I love taking this risk. And I'm willing to spend more on DAILYMAX, you know, more on educations and more on the equipment on the website, maybe. Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it too much. It's all step by step. Let's do the surf instructor course at first, and we'll see where we go from there. Spending money on things is not the same as spending money on life experience. So if you have the choice to spend $100 on, I don't know, a pair of jeans, a pair of trousers, or on a bungee jump, what would you do? What would you do? I think I would go for a bungee jump, you know, because it's a lifetime experience. You don't do this every day, and when you try new things, when you go out of your comfort zone, these moments really matter in your life. That's when you progress and when you learn. For me right now, of course I save money, but I also spend it because life is happening right now. And if you don't spend money in the now and you don't enjoy your life now, what does it use you if you die tomorrow? I definitely prefer being happy and broke on the day I die instead of having 1 million in my bank account and I'm unhappy. Because happiness isn't only about money, it's much more. Maybe try it out a few times, spending it on life experiences instead of material things. That's why I also want to offer a service with DAILYMAX instead of a physical product, because I think a service is much more worth spending money on it than a product. It's more about life fulfillment. It's more about doing what you love instead of selling what you love. I hope you get the idea. All in all, money is something good in life. Be happy about having money and also spend it. Money will come and go. However, I think it's really important to have a nice overview of your money and where you spend your money on certain things. For example, a new cap is not necessary, but sometimes if you have them on your luxury account, it's not a problem to spend it on that. Simultaneously, I can grab some money from my investment account and invest it in DAILYMAX. That's basically my money management. What's your opinion? Let me know in the comment section below. And thanks for watching. See you on the next week's episode. And until then, take it nice and easy. Yeah, money. Money will come and go. Eventually, it will only come. If you want to learn more about a healthy and sustainable lifestyle in surfing and skateboarding, and learn more about active recovery, foam rolling and injury prevention, make sure to subscribe for this channel and hit the bell button. I am posting a new instruction video every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Additionally, I post a coffee talk where I talk about anything that pops up in my mind every Sunday at 8 a.m. And I still continue writing on my blog, and I post a new topic every Thursday at 6 p.m.